Hey guys, welcome to Friday night's video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and XRP and deciding which is actually going to be the best investment right now, or at least this is my opinion on which is the best investment. No financial advice, of course. I'm just running through my thoughts on the two cryptocurrencies and what I believe is a better investment. But hey, I'm actually going to come clean right now and just let you know that I'm not actually filming this on Friday, as you'll probably find out when we have a look at the charts. This is actually Thursday that I'm filming this. The reason is tomorrow night, Friday night, I'm going to be out celebrating because all thanks to you guys that have liked and subscribed to this YouTube channel over the last year, we now have 10,000 plus subscribers, which I felt was enough of a good reason to celebrate and go out and celebrate with all the guys and have a good time. So I really just wanted to thank you all for being subscribers and enjoying this YouTube channel. And now, if you're not a subscriber, obviously, please guys, come on, subscribe, right? And let's go and take a look at what's been going on at Moocharoo over the last year. For starters, we dedicated to give you guys 2,500 ZEMs over the next year. So I'm giving away 25 ZEMs every single Monday on what we're calling Moolah Mondays. So if you want to add a comment to this video, make sure you're a subscriber and add a comment down below which includes your ZEM wallet address. And on Monday's video, which will be a live stream as usual, I'll be giving out 25 ZEMs to one of you that comment down below in that live stream video. So anyway, here we go. So we kicked off with 25 ZEMs Monday to Friday. That was a bit hard for me, I've got to be honest. And then we've got 50 weeks of 25 ZEMs on Moolah Mondays, as I just explained. And then the BMM anniversary. This is the Bitcoin multiplier method. This is something I wrote while I was out in Australia and the Philippines last year, and is all about how I used a very low risk strategy to turn $500 into over $10,000. That's right, $10,000 out of 500 in just a few months. It didn't take me all year. It was basically from about this time, about September, October time, through to January last year. So anyway, I wrote this book in November last year, which is why in November this year I'm going to be celebrating by giving away 30 ZEMs every single day in a live stream video here on YouTube and also on Twitch, on my Twitch channel. And that's going to be for 30 days through November. But if you want to win that 25 ZEMs on Monday, obviously, as I just mentioned, be a subscriber, click the little bell icon next to the subscribe one. That means you'll get alerted to new videos that we put out, and leave a comment which includes your NEM wallet address. That's it, guys, simple as that. Now let's take a look at what else we're going to be doing for you guys over the next few months. So if you would check out Moocharoo Ninja, you'd see right now this standard account page where you can go across, earn yourself some Bitcoins or some Satoshis, clicking on some sort of crypto related adverts and whatnot. This is something that we're going to be changing. We're putting in a portfolio builder thing in there, so it's going to be a bit like Blockfolio, but way cooler than Blockfolio. It's got some really cool features to it. I'll go into depth on that maybe in Monday or Friday's video next week. It's super duper cool. It's such an eye-opener, even for me with my portfolio. It's hard to track all of your crypto assets, right? You've got them all in these different wallets spread out all over the place, and it's hard to remember how much you've actually spent on them, what they're worth now, if you've actually made money, and if you'd have been better off just investing in Bitcoin. Well, this actually shows you all of that very clearly, very simply, and it's so easy to set up. Adding in Satoshi's Mines as well in November, that's going to be coming. And Satoshi's Mines isn't just going to be about mining, it's also about master nodes and super nodes as well, and how you can get involved in that. So that's going to be very, very cool. And of course, the big one. What we started out for at the beginning of the year was to do our own token sale and enter into this sort of crypto sphere. And being a real estate developer at heart, something that I've been doing since 2008, way before crypto came along, real estate is, to be fair, my bread and butter. That's how I've been paying the bills for, well, ever since I left the army, really. So this is something that I wanted to use crypto for, was getting into hotels, particularly sort of foreign, in Australia, the Philippines, South Africa, cool places where they don't have, like in the UK, where we're stuck to a very short summer, where hopefully we're going to have good weather, and when you're in somewhere like the Philippines, tourism is 24/7 all throughout the year. So the Moocharoo.io website, as you'll see, has pretty much, you could say, been abandoned. We made this earlier in the year and we were setting to launch about March, April time. However, as Bitcoin kept falling down and you couldn't advertise on Facebook or any sort of social media with cryptocurrency type related stuff, it was getting very, very difficult. So we decided really just to pull it at that stage and not really bother with it, because we didn't want to raise like investors' money, and then by the time we were going to go and actually do a real estate deal, that crypto that we raised would be worth like 10% of what it was when we actually got the money. So we didn't feel it would be fair to investors, so we just kind of just let it go for a while and see what happens with crypto. But the time is coming now where we really want to get back to it and focus on that core real estate sort of backed thing that we're looking for. But hey, that's enough about us. Now let's get into XRP and Bitcoin. So right in front of us here, we can see this massive descending triangle pattern, which I've been talking about in countless videos after the last few months. It's got this nice big flat bottom around the 6,000 mark and this descending line here, the descending trend line. It's absolutely getting squeezed right now. We're down to the final part. When it did go down recently, it's popped up and it's found a top, which is right at the bottom of all of the previous week's set. So we're just getting lower and lower and lower. And you can see down here on the RSI, so when it comes in this position at the bottom, this is where it's oversold. This is where, as it's breaking back up, you'd want to be looking to buy. That's the buy signal. And when it's at the top and it just breaks down, this is where you want to be selling. As you can see, that's exactly what happens. So as it breaks up, that's the time you want to be buying. And then as it breaks back down again, that's where you want to be selling. And it's exactly what people do. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it works every time. As you see, this is Bitcoin, and we've been coming up and we're just coming into this overbought position. But the price, to be fair, is struggling to come across this resistance area here, you see. So we're still stuck down there, and this is my worry with Bitcoin. So if we see the RSI, it comes up and then dips back down, and the price up here still is struggling to get across the this resistance area, then I believe the price will most likely come down, break out the bottom and shoot down. But should it actually manage to somehow break out of this top, I think we're home and dry with Bitcoin. However, I do think that's probably going to be a bit of an ask, but fingers crossed, hope so for Bitcoin. That would be cool. And let's compare that now with XRP and what's been going on there. So XRP, it doesn't have a descending triangle formation. It's actually a descending wedge. It's been very, very long, and it actually broke out to the top of it, because a descending wedge, unlike a descending triangle, I know it might be a bit confusing here, but a descending wedge is most likely to come out to the top. A descending triangle is most likely to come out to the bottom. But this, obviously, it doesn't have a flat line bottom, but the bottom is sloping downwards, as well as the top line sloping downwards, which means it's a wedge, not a triangle. It's more likely to come out to the top, and it already broke out at the top not so long ago. And as you would expect, it then comes down, touches near the top of the previous downward trend line before shooting back up. So I've mentioned this in numerous different videos, to watch out for these type of patterns. It's exactly what's happened. And if we look down here on the RSI, you can see that we've just broken up into the time when you'd like to actually buy this. So all this week I've been buying up a little bit of XRP, and if it comes into this top, we might see similar to what had happened previously. As you can see, back here on the RSI, it wasn't really until it broke into this overbought position that the insane prices actually started happening. So if the same happens here, we may not see the insane prices until maybe early next week. and we had the ripple net coming on board. There's lots of fundamental reasons why XRP is going to be peaking and doing really well. Plus, with this technical look at it here, you can see there's every reason why XRP is looking like it's going to be very, very good. And let's just double check that. We're going to get rid of the RSI and we'll open up the MACD. And with the MACD, we're looking for convergence and divergence. So the convergence of the two MACD lines. So let's just run through with you briefly. Basically, these two lines, the blue line and the red line, every time that they cross over, that's where you're either going to want to buy or sell. So if the blue line's on top, that's the buy, and then you sell as the blue line breaks down underneath the red line. So as you can see with the chart above and the price, as that broke through, that was really your time to sell. That's your little indicator to start selling. And it comes down, it hit down the bottom and then started coming back up. So then you go into this period where, according to the MACD, you'd want to buy, but let's be honest, the price didn't really go anywhere. And then it says to sell again, you sell. And then right here, this is where we break into the buy signal on the MACD, which would have been absolutely fantastic. If you were looking at the MACD, you would have bought in down there and you would have made a ridiculous amount of money. And then obviously the sell signal, the time to actually go short is here, which means we are right now coming up to this point where it's just closing up again, coming into the buy position. So we had the RSI, what we were just looking at, the relative strength index, where it was looking like it was we could be heading on up into a great time to buy. We have a look here at the MACD, and again, it looks like we're just about creeping up. If that crosses over, if those lines joins, we have the convergence, and we move into a little buy signal, then we could see this once again, along with the fundamentals of XRP. We're bringing out XRapid and the ripple net going live, and so much great news coming out of XRP. It could really spike the price up higher. And what I'm going to be showing you right now is how to know how high is the price going to go. Okay, so beforehand, at this point here, you'd be looking at that and thinking, wow, wouldn't it be great if you could have picked the top of that and actually sold off your XRP right up here? How do you know when to sell? What you want to do is, for a start, this is tradingview.com, if you didn't already know. You go to the indicators, and what you want to do is you want to look for one which is called envelope. So that's the envelope that you need. Now, so in between these two blue lines is the envelope with the 21-day moving average in the middle. If you open up the settings for the envelope, you can see we're in a 12% envelope. Now, if I'm doing Forex, I'd be looking at normally a 2% envelope. Because Bitcoin is a bit more volatile, I'd be looking at a 12% envelope. Because XRP is absolutely the most crazy volatile one that there is, I'm actually looking at a 120% volatility range in here. Okay, so 120%, which means you can make more money on XRP than anything else that I know. If we go all the way back to earlier this year, you can see this 120%. If you had been selling every time it breaks that 120% envelope, you would have made very good money. Every time it goes up, you sell it off, buy it back as it comes back down. It was just crazy, right? Crazy. But the 120% rule really does give you a good indicator as to when you're nearing the peak. And the peak that we just had was absolutely no different. We were right there. Check it out. It just broke the 120. So as it did that, that's the time when you want to decide it's probably a good time to sell. That's when you want to be picking it. So as for right now, if we were to, if this was to cross over down here and we were to start actually picking up and coming up here somewhere, I would suggest probably around here, but somewhere between 110 to maybe 115, somewhere in that type of region, would be the 120% where you'd be wanting to cash in. Possibly, as I say, this isn't financial advice. This isn't me telling you this is exactly what's going to happen. This is just my opinion and where I've put my trades on to sell. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I might be right and we'll make some money. I'm not really looking at XRP, like, I'm in love with it. Like, I'm trying to sort of hodl as much as I possibly can. All I'm interested in is trading it, making some money, buying more of it as it goes cheaper, and gradually trading up and making more rather than just holding on to what little I've got. So that's it, guys. That's my current view as I take it on Bitcoin and XRP. Bitcoin most likely to go down, I should imagine, but if it does go up, that's great too. If it goes down, I'm not really going to make that much money. If it went up, I'd make a lot more. So I'm hopefully it'll go up, but I'm not surprised if it goes down at all. As for XRP, I'm pretty confident it's going to go up. Pretty confident. Obviously, nothing's 100%. If Bitcoin goes down, maybe XRP will go down with it. Who knows? But you've got to take a position and choose one way or the other, right? So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you want to win that ZEM on Monday, obviously remember to leave a cool comment asking a really great question, hopefully, and including that your NEM wallet address, and you'll be in with a chance to win the 25 ZEMs on Monday. That's it for today, guys. I'm going to go get ready, polish my shoes for tomorrow night for a night out on the town, because we're celebrating 25 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, all thanks to you guys. So thanks a lot for that, and I shall see you guys on Monday.